Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you are doing great there. So today I am going to tell you about how you deal with measuring liquids in research laboratory and particularly focusing on pipetting techniques. So this is a part of our L2PC initiative, that is Lab2PC initiative. You guys can also check our another initiative like BVF, Building the Basic Foundations, and PhD Position Abroad initiative. So let's move to our video section. So today I'm going to tell you about, so imagine if you go to, if you start working in a research laboratory and you're supposed to deal with different liquids, like you need to prepare media, you need to prepare buffer, and you need to prepare different reagents, right? So, and it depends on how much volume you need, right? So generally you prepare media and buffer for the large volumes, right? So from, let's say, about 500 to 1000 ml, like from 10 to 100 ml. So how you measure, so exactly how you measure these liquids. So I'm going to show you that this is measuring cylinder. Particularly you measure the volume of liquids in large scale. So here you can see the digits, right? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, right? So particularly use this measuring cylinder for measuring from 500 to 100 ml, right? So another, if you want to prepare chemical reagent from between the range from 10 to 100 ml, you can use the smaller one measuring cylinder, right? From 5 to you can see the measurement from 5 to the hundreds. Yeah, right. So it's easy, and many of you are aware about that, exactly about the measuring cylinder. And you can also see our lab utilities video where we have discussed about how to measure liquids through measuring cylinder, right? And about 1 ml to 10 ml volume, we generally use this kind of pipettes, glass pipettes. Here you can see they have margins from 0 to 10, right? So now, exactly, today I'm more focused about measuring liquids from 1 microliter to 1 ml, right? So this is a very small volume. So 1 or 2 microliter is a very, this volume is very smaller than so 1 microliter is smaller than the water drop. And so how can you measure this very small volume with so much accurate and precise, right? So in laboratory we use this tool that we call as pipettes. So how it looks like, you see, so this is a set of pipettes. They are different range, and later I am going to tell you how they are different and how to measure different range of liquids, right? So first, this is how it looks like. So first let's talk about what is the principle of pipette. So this is very simple explanation. I am going to show you this. How you drink a soft drink through using a straw. You just create a partial pressure, which in turn take liquids, right, to the up. So this is the same pressure. This is the same principle that pipette works like. So this is, you see this plunger. This is also create a suction pressure or partial pressure inside the machinery, and which in turn takes the liquid up, right? So the specified amount of partial pressure inside the chamber corresponds to the volume to be aspirated by this pipette. Okay, so this is a principle, very simple principle explanation about the pipettes. Okay, now I'm going to show you what are the parts of the pipette. So this is a plunger, just movement up and down. They have, so one is, they have two stop. This is one stop and this is second stop, and later I'm going to tell you where we use first stop and second stop. Okay. And this is adjustable knob. This is black in color. This is adjustable knob where you set the volume that you need. So here you can see digits, right? So when you move clockwise, anti-clockwise, you see that the measurements. So you can set measurements seeing the display. Fine. So this is body, this is plunger, the display, and this is an adjustable knob, and this is a ejector. So it is just used to eject the tips, right? So every time when you measure different volume or different liquids, every time you need to change you need to replace the tips. So these are the parts of the pipettes, right? Okay, now how to work with the pipettes. This is very important. So today, Now I'm going to show you how to work with the pipette. The first step is to select the appropriate pipette. So here you say there are three different pipettes. They have different range. So let's talk about how they are different. So whatever you see as the top of the pipette, it represents the maximum volume of the pipette. So here you see the P220, right? So that means that you can aspirate the maximum 20 microliter by this pipette. Here is 200, means you can aspirate maximum 200 microliter, and here you can 1000, that means you can aspirate 1000 microliter. So this is range from 2 microliter to 20 microliter, and this range is from 20 microliter to 200 microliter, and this range is from 200 microliter to 1000 microliter, right? So how to work with pipette. So suppose if you want to measure 100 microliter, okay, so I know that the 100 microliter, so my range is between 2 to 200 microliter, so I can use this pipette. Okay, so I select this pipette. Okay, I set the volume. So I set the volume this, and later I am going to tell you how to read the pipette, so don't worry about it. Okay, so I set the pipette, then I have to get the tape. Okay, I just first just firmly get the tape. So here you can see you get the tape, and then you press the plunger to the first stop. So here I press just when I feel the first stop. Okay, fine. And then suppose I want to take liquid, so just I dip tips just few millimeter below the surface, and just I release the I release this this plunger slowly. Fine, you see the liquid is to be taken. And now I want to transfer this to a second tube. So here you see this is empty tube. Now I transfer. So I just again press this, you see, to the first stop, and see there is also some liquid inside, residual liquid inside the tips. Here you can see. So what, here I use second stop to expel the liquid completely. So you see, just press forcefully, right? So see, and there is no more liquid inside the tips, right? Interesting. So the first stop is just to when you want to take a specific amount of specified amount of liquid, and the second stop when we only use during the when we want to expel the liquids, right? Whatever the residual volume inside the tips, that we use second stop to expel out. Interesting. And now we need to change the tip, because every time I need to measure different liquids or different volumes. So just by using ejector, so this part, just click. So here can be set. So see, very interesting how it works. Like I'm going to tell you that how to read pipettes. Okay, let's start with bigger one. Okay, so first you need to do whatever written on the top of the pipettes. So here it's written 1000, P1000, and P20 and P200, right? So this represents the maximum volume of the pipettes, right? So here it's written that 1000, that means 1000 microliter, that maximum we can use it. So the first digit refers to the 1000, second digit refers to the 100, and third digit refers to the 10. So now this is 1000, right? Now this is 900. Now this is 800. So the first digit refers to the 1000. And if it is 200, the first digit refers with the 100. So now this is 100, right? And this is second digit refers the tens. So this is 90, right? So whatever the maximum limit, the first digit refers to that. So this is 20. That means the first digit refers to the tens. So this is 10, right? Now 10 microliter, and this is 6 microliter, because second digit refer ones, right? So this is a basic concept, whatever the maximum volume of the pipette, the first digit correspond to that number. Okay, so this one. Now I am going to tell you what are the common errors while using pipetting. Okay, so first is the error in the reading the pipette. So as I told you, sometimes we might confuse that whether it starts with 1000, whether it starts with 100, whether it starts with tens, right? So be careful, always see at the top and see as I told you, that see the measurement, see the value very carefully, right? Okay. First. Second, selection of pipette is very important. You always use the pipette of largest volume, right? Avoid using lower limit of pipette. Like suppose if you want to measure 200 microliter, so this is the maximum limit, 200 microliter, and for this pipette 200 microliter is the lowest limit. So this is the best pipette to use to use for 200 microliter. Okay, so always use pipette of large volume or maximum volume. Same case here. Suppose if you want to measure 20 microliter, we will not use this pipette because this is a minimum limit. This is a maximum limit. We always use pipette of maximum limit, right? Okay. Third is correctly use the plunger. So you have to press down and never leave to suddenly like this. This is bad. I'm sorry, just for explanations. So here you can see, but because if you remove suddenly, it might break the internal settings, right? So that could be a problem. And 4, aspirate the liquid properly. So this is very important. I tell you that what you do not need to do. So this is your tips. You never need to go to the bottom like this. You can see this is your tips. You never need to go on the bottom of the tube, or never touch the tips to the wall of the tubes, because of the capillary actions, you will get more volume of liquid than the actual measurements, right? So I show you how you need to do, just like this, and just touch the liquid surface and just aspirate. Fine, and then just. And the 5th one, expel the liquid properly. Many times what happen, you just release, but still liquid is there, right? So every time you have to see that whether liquid is completely expelled out or not. Okay, so forcefully use start second stroke, right? So always see whether your liquid is completely out or not. Fine. So yeah, quick overview. First, what are the common errors? First is reading the pipettes. When you get error in reading the pipettes. Second is the selection of the pipette is very important. Third is the correctly use the plunger. Fourth is the aspirate the liquid properly, and fifth is the expel the liquid properly. These are the 5 things that you need to care of all the time, right? Okay, so the last one is the pipette calibration and the pipette practice, right? So what are the good pipette practice? So first is the always clean the pipette every day before use. Okay, sometimes many dust go inside, and or sometimes pipette is also broken, so you always need to carefully examine every day and clean every day. Okay, fine. Second, practice slowly. If you are the beginner, so you have to get aware about the how to use, and you have to get feel of the how much force you need to So you practice like 10-20 times just like this, pressing up and down. So this is very important. And third is hold the pipette, always hold the pipette vertically, not like this, not like this. It's fine. And the fourth is very important. So if you suppose if you have liquids, and you never need to put pipette like this, otherwise the liquid will go inside and it will damage the internal machinery. Okay, so be careful. Whenever the liquid in the tips, you never need to put like this. Okay, always upright vertically. Fine. So these are the 4 important tips that you always have to take care of. Now the most important is, suppose if you go to the laboratory and this is your first time and your supervisor gave you a set of pipettes, and so first is your job is to confirm whether your pipette is working fine or not. So how can you calibrate pipette, right? This is a very important step that you do, but this is very easy to do, right? You know the density of water. You know the density of water is like 1 gram per ml. So what you need to do, just select a pipette. You just transfer the known volume. Suppose you want to transfer 100 microliter. I set the pipette and I take the liquid, take the liquid water and just weighing on the analytical machines, right? So if my pipette is working fine, so 100 microliter of water should be about 0.1 gram, right? As per the formula called volume is equal to mass per density. Very simple to do, right? So you can repeat the measurement for at least 3 times to know that okay, your pipette is working fine or not. Here you got basic information about the pipettings. I hope you like the video and thanks for watching. Happy pipetting.